they took the belt off in Lumen Field and they gave them the absolute business. And you know what? Like I said, going back to the Broncos and the Bills game for this game, you can take this so many different ways. Sam Darnold wasn't fully healthy. They gave the keys to Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet. The Niners are really banged up. Really, how can we really judge this Niners team off of that game? But Seattle looks like the most complete team in the NFL. Their defense is looks like just as good as the Texans and the Broncos. Sam Darnold has played really good all year long, even though he didn't really do much in this game. He didn't have to. They have the personnel on defense. They've got the playmakers on offense. So I watched a bit of this game, but I didn't sit there and study it like I did in the Bills and the Broncos game, just because it felt like it was over after that Rashid Shaheed opening kickoff. Like I think all the momentum shifted from there, and I was like, oh, the Niners are going to be in for a very, very long night here in Lumen Field. They're banged up. How can you really judge this game? But I'm a strong believer, Thomas, that you play with the guys you have on the field. You're not going to sit there and do the what ifs. Kittle wasn't there. Pearsall, I don't think played. Fred Warner, of course, was out. Bosa. So like, but we don't do that. You play with the guys you have.
Yeah, and I feel the same way of how this game between the Seahawks and the 49ers went because it felt like after that opening kickoff, like he scored the touchdown with the fireworks smoke still in the background, which is
Yeah.
crazy. 12,
Yeah.
13 seconds into the game. But it just felt like the Seahawks like outclassed and outworked the 49ers at all three phases of the ball, offense, defense, and special teams. And to your point, they ran the ball very well with Sam Darnold not being 100%. Kenneth Walker scored 3 rushing touchdowns in this game, and Sam Darnold played mistake-free football. That was one of the reasons why a lot of people were concerned about the Seahawks, if he could possibly play mistake-free football or not. But the defense, their defense is insane. And Mike
Yeah.
Macdonald won that battle against Kyle Shanahan in the offensive versus defensive category by a landslide. And the defense only surrendered 6 points against this 49ers team. They held them to 6 for 12 on third down conversions, 0 and 3 on fourth down conversions. And they had the relentless pressure. They were getting after Brock Purdy. He was very uncomfortable in the pocket throwing the ball. They forced 3 total turnovers. For the 49ers, it does suck that they were I don't want to say a depleted team, but in reality, they were with all the injuries. But I agree with your point, too, next man up. And they've done that all year long without their 2 best defensive players. And George Kittle tore his Achilles in the Eagles game, but they still found a way to win that game in